Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 2, Book 22, number 325. Narrated by Quraib. I was sent to Aisha by Ibn Abbas, Al-Miswar bin Makrama and Abdur Rahman bin Azar. They told me to greet her on their behalf and to ask her about the offering of the 2 rakat after the Asr prayer and to say to her, "We were informed that you offer those 2 rakat and we were told that the Prophet had forbidden offering them." Ibn Abbas said, "I along with Umar bin al-Khattab used to beat the people whenever they offered them. I went to Aisha and told her that message. Aisha said, 'Go and ask Salama about them.' So I returned and informed them about her statement. They then told me to go to Salama with the same question with which T sent me to Aisha. Salama replied, 'I heard the Prophet forbidding them. Later I saw him offering them immediately after he prayed the Asr prayer. He then entered my house at a time when some of the Ansari women from the tribe of Bani Haram were sitting with me. So I sent my slave girl to him, having said to her, "Stand beside him and tell him that Salama says to you, 'O Allah's Apostle, I have heard you forbidding the offering of these 2 rakat after the Asr prayer. But I have seen you offering them. If he waves his hand, then wait for him.' The slave girl did that. The Prophet beckoned her with his hand and she waited for him. When he had finished the prayer he said, 'O daughter of Bani Umayyah, you have asked me about the 2 rakat after the Asr prayer. The people of the tribe of Abdul K came to me and made me busy and I could not offer the 2 rakat after the Zuhr prayer. These 2 rakat that I have just prayed are for those missed ones.'" Volume 2, Book 22, number 326. Narrated by Sa'al bin Sa'd as-Sa'idi. The news about the differences amongst the people of Bani Amr bin Auf reached Allah's Apostle, and so he went to them along with some of his companions to effect a reconciliation between them. Allah's Apostle was delayed there, and the time of the prayer was due. Bilal went to Abu Bakr and said to him, "Allah's Apostle has been delayed there, and the time of prayer is due. So will you lead the people in prayer?" Abu Bakr said, "Yes, if you wish." Bilal pronounced the Qama and Abu Bakr went forward and said takbir for the people. In the meantime Allah's Apostle came crossing the rows of the praying people and stood in the first row, and the people started clapping. Abu Bakr would never glance sideways in his prayer, but when the people clapped much he looked back and saw Allah's Apostle. Allah's Apostle beckoned him to carry on the prayer. Abu Bakr raised his hands and thanked Allah, and retreated till he reached the first row. Allah's Apostle went forward and led the people in the prayer. When he completed the prayer he faced the people and said, "O people, why did you start clapping when something unusual happened to you in the prayer? Clapping is only for women. So whoever amongst you comes across something in the prayer should say, Subhan Allah, for there is none who will not turn round on hearing him saying Subhan Allah. O Abu Bakr, what prevented you from leading the people in the prayer when I beckoned you to do so?" Abu Bakr replied, "How dare the son of Abu Kafir lead the prayer in the presence of Allah's Apostle?" Volume 2, Book 22, number 327. Narrated by Asma. I went to Aisha and she was standing praying and the people, too, were standing, praying. So I said, "What is the matter with the people?" She beckoned with her head towards the sky. I said, "Is there a sign?" She nodded, intending to say, "Yes." Volume 2, Book 22, number 328. Narrated by Aisha, the wife of the Prophet. Allah's Apostle during his illness prayed in his house sitting, whereas some people followed him standing, but the Prophet beckoned them to sit down. On completion of the prayer he said, "The Imam is to be followed. So, bow when he bows, and raise your head when he raises his head." See Hadith number 657 Volume 1 for taking the verdict.